like to introduce our 2018 commencement speaker, Brian Kesseler. Today, Brian serves as the CEO of Teneco, one of the world's largest suppliers to the automotive industry. As their leader, he oversees their work to address major transformations, including emissions regulations, hybrids, and autonomous driving. In addition to lessons learned during his tenure at Teneco, Brian will talk to you today about his experiences as a proud Broad College graduate and as an advocate and champion for the college and our future. He'll also talk about what some of you might say is the most demanding and rewarding job, being a parent to a Broad College and Spartan student. Brian grew up in Saginaw and came to the Broad College where he earned his bachelor's degree in finance and met his future wife, Shelley, who I'm quick to point out is equally as fantastic of a Broad alum as Brian is. I'll let Brian tell you the full story there, though. Brian went on to earn an MBA from Baldwin Wallace College. He worked at Ford Motor Company. He then went on to 2 decades driving innovation and efficiency at Johnson Controls. First it was in manufacturing management, and then he moved up through numerous responsible positions, finally ending up as president for Johnson Controls Power Solutions, which supplies more than 1/3 of the world's conventional batteries to major automakers and aftermarket retailers. He made the move to Teneco in 2015 as the Chief Operating Officer and rose to his current role as the CEO last year. Beyond these professional accomplishments and responsibilities, Brian and Shelley have made it a priority to continue their engagement and support of the Broad College. Brian comes back to campus regularly to speak to our students. He serves on the Broad College Alumni Advisory Board. And both Brian and Shelley serve on the MSU Athletic Directors Leadership Council, where they have made meaningful investments and in the future of both the Broad College as well as athletics, and now in the business pavilion that you are seeing going up. I always look forward to hearing Brian. I look forward to him sharing what it has taken to succeed and for him to share his words of wisdom with you. Please join me in welcoming Brian Kesseler.
Thank you, Dean Gupta, Broad College faculty and staff, and Michigan State for this honor. Go Green. That's more like it. First, I want to congratulate all of you and your families for completing a critical step in your lifelong learning. You are graduating from the best university in Michigan. I was in your position exactly 30 years ago, sitting alongside what would become lifelong friends at our commencement ceremony for Broad College. Also at this event, seated a section over, a few rows up, was this Spartan girl that I had met in California 6 months earlier at the 1988 Rose Bowl. Over that time, Shelley eventually wore down, agreed to become my partner in life, and I married up 4 years later after she graduated from law school. My kids like to say, I outkicked my coverage. Early on, we were blessed with 2 children. First up was Rachel. DLG was a 2016 Michigan State alum. And then this other kid, who actually will be walking across the stage here in a little bit, Joey, came along. Congrats, Jay Kess. I'll ace you later. Shelley and I are very proud of our children and also very proud that they've joined the ranks of the nearly 500,000 Spartan alumni around the world. Now, in preparing for this talk, I was actually asked, I was warned by my family not to have any fun at their expense in this talk. So, somewhat begrudgingly, I will not be telling stories about their experiences with their friends, like the Dillons, Beth, Peach, Kels, while they were at some of the finer social establishments in East Lansing. So, not being able to do that, let's get into why we are really here. This is a celebration, and this celebration is all about you. A celebration of the hard work to complete your degree, and a celebration of who you have become since you set foot on this campus as a freshman. It's also a celebration in advance of what you will do and contribute to this world from this point forward. As you advance in your career and continue to earn success, you will begin to get questions about, what is it? What did you do to get to where you are? Or what is it that I need to do to continue to advance in my career? Or as you get into a role like mine, people ask you, what is it that you're looking for in the future business leaders in the company? And while the obvious things like education, skills, and experiences are all very important in their own way, there is no one it that answers those questions. Now, with the benefit of time and experience in different businesses, and the good fortune of meeting and working with people from all over the world in all walks of life, I've observed some important repeating values and characteristics that seem to consistently contribute to it. In sharing these today, my hope is that one or more will connect with you and be helpful in establishing your career, building a life with purpose and passion for whatever you do, and putting you in a position to contribute to something bigger than yourself. Therefore, in my view, here are the most important elements of it, IT, starting with the I. The I consistently represents 3 personal character traits, all of which you have complete control of and complete responsibility for: integrity, initiative, and improvement. First, a few thoughts on integrity. There's nothing more important in life than to look in the mirror and be proud of the person you see. Regardless of what you face in your career and in life, there will be many challenges and tests, and some big, some small, but never compromise you. When you know something is obviously wrong, always take responsibility for standing up, making sure that your voice is heard, and ensuring that it gets addressed. Early on, my parents instilled in me that you are defined by your ethics, honesty, and the way you treat others. You build your reputation over years by conducting yourself the right way. But it can be destroyed in mere seconds with one poor decision or lack of action. The greatest compliment you'll ever receive is to be called a man or woman of character. At the end of the day, that is how you want to be judged, if nothing else. The second I stands for initiative. Initiative means having passion and taking charge. It doesn't matter what job or profession you choose, be all in. You are not entitled to anything in this world other than being treated with dignity and respect. The company you work for does not owe you a development plan. Some companies do this well, but most don't. Your development is your responsibility. When you land your first job, don't sit around waiting for direction. Be proactive, be interested, anticipate, offer suggestions, and try new things. And always remember that nothing in life is given, it is earned. You are in charge of your future. The final I is for improvement. I'll let you on a secret. No one is ever finished. The truth is, life is about continuous improvement. Be curious, keep seeking new assignments, and have a thirst for knowledge. You may become great at what you do, but there is always room to improve. You can always learn more and always strive to be better. Better in your career, better as a partner or spouse, better as a son, daughter, brother, sister, parent, and better as a friend and a colleague. So let's turn now to the T in it, which in my mind represents team and 3 different roles on a team, all of which you will play as you advance in your career. A team member, a team leader, and a team builder. These different roles are all critical to your success, and throughout your career, you will have to consciously and deliberately work on improving how you play in each of those roles. Teams are smarter and stronger together, they accomplish more, and are better able to overcome challenges. You will achieve more in life, in both your personal life and in your professional life, when you learn to first be a good team member. That starts with knowing how to listen to other points of view, appreciate what others bring to the table, and understand that diversity brings new ideas. Always remember that your normal is very different from someone else's. It means checking your ego at the door. Be proud of who you are and what you had to offer, but you don't have to be the smartest one in the room. Even though as a Spartan, you probably will be. The takeaway here is that relationships matter more than you can imagine in everything you will do in your career and life. You can only build effective relationships and teams by investing time and talking face to face. I know you may not believe this, but important relationships are not built through Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. That one was for the parents. So make sure you take steps to build strong relationships and learn to be a good team member. As great as it is to win individually, it's even better to be on a winning team. Second, be a good team leader. That means being approachable, showing respect for every person on the team, and gaining respect by your actions and words. Set an example. You are not, and you will never be, more important than anyone else in your organization, no matter the level you reach. Do not ask members of your team to do what you won't do yourself. In addition, always remember at times as a team leader, you will not always be liked, but it's up to you to make sure you are always respected. And finally, learn to be a good team builder. That means knowing how to bring people together, how to combine the right skills and attributes, and how to develop each member of the team to make them and the whole team better. A strong team leader is a team builder and has members of his or her team go on to do even greater things. So those are the T's related to team, but if I could pick one more and add it would be toughness. Michigan State University has a reputation in both the sports and the business world for having its roots in a blue-collar work ethic and toughness. Let that toughness define you. You will not always like your job, your coworkers, or your boss, but be resilient. And while toughness and resilience are important, what's most important is that whatever you choose to do, enjoy it. Have some fun. With that, success will come. So, in summary, my observations on what makes up it are straightforward. Never compromise you. Always do the right things the right way. Take initiative. Be in charge of your future. and never be satisfied. Always improve. Make yourself and everything and everybody around you better. And understand that throughout your career, you'll have to play and improve yourself as a team member, team leader, and team builder. Now, looking ahead, I have a couple predictions for you. First, a couple of things that I'm pretty sure will change. In 5 years or less, you will more than likely be in a job that has absolutely nothing to do with your undergraduate degree. And the second is, and this one might be a bit harder to believe, but over time, your ability to tolerate fans who actually went to that other university southeast of here will get better. Now, there's a couple of things that will remain the same. First, friendships and relationships you developed here at Michigan State will remain so for the rest of your life. And one thing will never change. You will never be able to tolerate the fans of that university southeast of here who never even went there. So, to wrap up, I want to congratulate each of you and your parents, families, and friends here today who are proud of you, have supported you for over the last 4 years. You are now a Spartan for life, with a solid foundation to do great things. Dare to be great, and commit to making a difference in this world. A fitting end comes from the words of a well-known Spartan football coach. For all Spartans, it's not over. It'll never be over. It's just getting started. The Spartan and Broad College class of 2018 is just getting started. Buckle up, hang on, and enjoy the ride. Best of luck to each and every one of you. Go Green.